Today we're going to start math by playing this little game called Race to the Cheese, and it is in your blue folder. Gently go ahead and just rip that first page off the packet, gently. Put your name at the top. And the date. Today is April 24th, 2020. Now let's read the directions. Daphne and Dan raced along lines of thread. Which mouse got closer to the cheese? Use the ruler to measure along the thread for each length shown in the chart. Use the letters to mark each distance. Start each measurement where the previous one ended. The first one has been done for you, for Daphne. So the first thing we need to do is you're going to cut out this little ruler down here at the bottom. So go ahead and hit pause and cut out your ruler and then join me again. And I need to cut out my ruler too. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut along the dotted line. And then I'm going to really neatly cut around the dark line. Okay, my ruler is out and ready to go. Now the first thing we need to remember is that each of these little teeny spaces is a millimeter, and there are 10 millimeters in a centimeter. So if there are 10 millimeters in a centimeter, how many millimeters are going to be in 2 centimeters? To right here. And that would be 10, 20. And how many millimeters would be in 3 centimeters? And that would be 10, 20, 30. How many millimeters in 4 centimeters? 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay. How many millimeters are in a decimeter? Or 10 centimeters? The answer there is 100. All right. How many millimeters would be in 20 centimeters? And that would be 200. So knowing that, that's going to help us. Okay. So Daphne has already been done for us. So Daphne went 2 centimeters. It says right here. And they put an A right here. Okay. Next, Daphne went 30 millimeters. So 30 millimeters is going to be the same as 3 centimeters. So line your ruler up here, and she went 30 centimeters. So we're going to draw a dot right here under the 3, and we need to label that with a B. Okay. So we've done that one. Then Daphne, after that, she went 4 centimeters. So line up with your B. And 4 centimeters is right here. So we need to label that with a C. Okay. Then after that, Daphne went, what? 70 millimeters, which is the same as 7 centimeters. So we're going to line that up right with the C. Okay, and we need to label that D. And then finally, she's getting close to the cheese. She's right here. She went 1 centimeter. Right there. And that's E. So she almost made it to the cheese, but not quite. Okay? Not quite. All right. I'm going to put that check. Now let's look at Dan. Dan started by going 20 millimeters, which is the same as 2 centimeters. Now make sure we label that with an A. Then Dan went 3 centimeters. Right here. So label that with a B. After that, Dan went 40 millimeters. So what I want you to do is I want you to do C, D, and E on your own. Hit pause. When you've done C, D, and E, then hit play again and join us. Okay, welcome back. I want you to look at this chart up here. When Daphne went 2 centimeters, Dan went 20 millimeters, which is the same distance. So notice how both the A's are lined up. Then when Daphne went 30 millimeters, Dan went 3 centimeters, which is also the same length. So the B's are lined up. For C, we have 4 centimeters, which is the same as 40 millimeters. That's why the C's are lined up. Then the D's, we have 70 millimeters, which is the same length as 7 centimeters. The difference came with E, when Daphne only moved 1 centimeter, but Dan moved 20 millimeters. And 20 millimeters, the same as up here, is the same as 2 centimeters. So, which mouse got closer to the cheese? I'm going to let you write that in. How many centimeters closer was he? So how many centimeters closer did he get than Daphne? Okay, he got this much further, which is how much? And you're going to write that in, all right? So make sure you're all finished with race to the cheese. The clue word is cheese. When you're all done, make sure this is finished. Put it in your blue folder to turn in. See you later.